Hey guys, Paul Springer here from Springer's Mobile Detailing. Got my son Dakota with me. Today we're going to detail this motor and engine bay on this 2012 Jeep Rubicon. What we're going to focus on up here and right here is where a lot of people don't know how to clean. So we're really going to concentrate on these areas. We're going to do the whole engine bay, but we're really going to show you how to clean this felt. It's just a little bit difficult. When it's done, it's going to look brand new. So before we get started, this Jeep, there's an air intake right here. We don't want to get water or any cleanser in there, so we're going to cover it with a bag. We don't want to damage the motor. We don't want to flood the air filter with water. It's really simple. Just throw a bag on it. Super easy. And now we're going to pre-wet it with the pressure washer. So you notice this coat of wash is, the felt backing is getting a little bit wet, but we don't soak it. It'll just disintegrate over time if you get it wet all the time. So just a pre-wash, and then we're gonna get some APC and start detailing. So we're going to use a Renegade Savage APC, which stands for all-purpose cleaner. You can use it on the paint, rubber, vinyl, plastic, hoses, wires. It's not going to hurt anything. So Coda's going to show you how we do it. He's going to spray down the motor. Spray down the whole motor, and he'll agitate with a sponge and a brush. This stuff works amazing. It's going to take all the dirt and the grease off. And notice Coda sprays it on the sponge and on the brush. Just get it real clean. So you notice these brushes and sponges work really good in these little areas. Just agitate, get all the dirt out. This is a really important part of the process, is to agitate and wash. This is how you really get it clean. Save you time later for not having to go over stuff.
Especially back here with all these hard to reach places, you always want to brush. It's almost impossible to get your hand back there with just a sponge, especially if you got big hands. We want to make sure that we don't want it to let it dry too much, so we want to rinse. If it starts drying halfway through, you're better off just rinsing right away and then just do the other half of the engine.
So now what we do is we blow off the motors to get all the water off. So Coda's going to use this Toro super blower that we use and get all the water off. You can see how much better it looks already. Coda and I are just wiping it down with these microfiber towels we use, just to get any little dirt spots we miss, any little bit of water he missed, before we do the final step, which is the rubber and vinyl protect it. It's going to make it look brand new. So you'll notice we didn't get this very wet. We take our microfibers and we wipe it down gently. Stuff's very fragile. It doesn't take much. You don't have to soak it to get it clean.
You can even tell when I was blowing this off, just getting this a little bit wet, it soaks up like a sponge.
Yeah.
So it takes forever when I'm blowing this off. Water just keeps dripping, so you don't want to get it wet too much.
So now the motor's dry, we're going to use the Renegade rubber, vinyl, and plastic. It's going to make everything look new. It's going to protect it. It's going to look amazing. Coda's going to use it, and we're going to work it in some of the areas with this sponge.
Usually with a brand new sponge like this, it takes some time for the sponge to kind of soak in the chemical. But once you get going, it's a piece of cake. You can notice a difference already. I always carry a microfiber towel, so when you go over spots like these, obviously it darkens, but if you take this guy, just go over really quick, it just comes right off. Remember to always get the little cracks and crevices, the hard to reach spots. It really does make a difference. And that's it. You're done. The only other thing I'd like to say is that if you see any drips from the product, it's not going to hurt the paint, but what I always like to do is just go over the edges just a tiny bit. That's only if I see anything. But other than that, it's done.
So there you have a beautiful motor that's been detailed. All-purpose cleaner to remove the dirt and the grease. The Renegade rubber vinyl protectant to make it shine, make it look brand new. We use microfiber towels around the edges on the paint. Looks gorgeous. Again, my name's Paul, my son Dakota, Springer's Mobile Detailing here in Anaheim. You can check us out on Instagram, Springer's Detailing, and Renegade Products USA. Click the links below, and thanks for watching.